That Fred Astaire is one talented man. The Gay Divorcee, starring Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, who were a very famous on-screen dancing acting duo that appeared together. This movie had 5 Academy Award nominations, one of them being for Best Picture, and another one it actually won. It was the award for Best Song. This movie follows the character of Guy Holden, who is a notable tap dancer because that's the kind of character you have to play if you're Fred Astaire. He's tagging along with his friend Egbert, who is a lawyer going into London for a case. As he's going to London, he meets up with a girl named Mimi, played by Ginger Rogers, and just falls head over heels for her. She, on the other hand, is not at all... She doesn't hate him, but it takes some time, you could tell, for her to get used to him. You see, they first meet each other on a boat. He helps her out because her skirt gets caught in something, and he's like very super charming and taken aback by her and just trying to be as charming as he can, which Fred Astaire pulls off very well. When he gets to London, he searches all over London. I mean, literally, he gets in his car and walks around and looks in the face of every woman that passes by just to find her. Eventually, he does, and of course, she thinks of him as a nuisance at first because, oh my gosh, what is this guy looking for me? Why is he so interested in me? Now, for a modern viewer like myself watching this, you kind of need a suspension of disbelief here, because when you watch this, there are thoughts coming in your mind that think, wow, Fred Astaire's character is acting a little bit stalkerish. Obviously, that's not the movie's intention. The movie is definitely trying to be, oh, this is cute. He has found love at first sight because this is a movie, and that's what you should believe in with these kind of movies. So therefore, you're just supposed to accept that everything's pretty much okay. Coincidentally, Mimi is going through a divorce, or is planning on going through a divorce, and her lawyer, who is Fred Astaire's character's friend, the guy that I mentioned earlier named Egbert, who is the lawyer. Yeah, so big coincidence going on there. Guy Holden, Fred Astaire's character, is not entirely aware of this, though. And therefore you have some pretty funny moments, some goofy coincidences, which culminates very well in this musical. Now, this film is closer to a musical than the last film that I watched, Gold Diggers of 1935. Despite the fact that this film came out before then, I won't take back my statement in that by 1935, Hollywood still hadn't figured out how to make a musical. I'm not going to take that back like I said in the last video, because this movie still doesn't feel entirely like a musical should, or at least the way musicals are nowadays. It does have more music, though. What's better about it is that the music is better interwoven with the plot. It didn't feel like that they wrote the music first and then they just wrote a screenplay to go along with it. The screenplay has its own uniqueness to it, which is executed very well by the cast, especially the 2 leads. And the reason why I'm watching this movie after I'm already on the 8th Academy Awards, even though this movie was nominated for the 7th Academy Awards, is because the DVD was late. I had to wait a long time for it to come in the mail. But I got it now, and hey, it's a Best Picture nominee that won something, so I probably should watch it. And so I did. Overall, this movie is pretty fun. It could be a little dated at times, like the whole him looking for her. What one could put a lot of thought into it and saying, wait a second, isn't he essentially like trying to stalk her? That's just something you have to suspend for your disbelief. Overall, the tap dancing is done very well. The singing is great. The overall musical numbers are done extremely well. Fred Astaire, when he gets up and tap dances, is always fun to watch on screen because you think to yourself, wow, I wish I could do that. I wish I could just stand up and wave my arms in the air and tap my feet to the beat of the music. And trust me, I've taken a few dance classes. It's not easy at all. If you like tap dancing, or you just like Fred Astaire, or both, which is understandable both because Fred Astaire was very much a tap dancer, that was his shtick, if you will, then I definitely would pick out this movie. And I would say that this movie is certainly worth it. So that's my review of The Gay Divorcee. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.